Hello everyone and welcome to my early look of what looks to be a massive and packed stakes day. Big fields, big prices and races to be run and won, and I'm going to try and do that through looking at some early tips that I'm confident on in this video. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers officially. I think I gained about 250 in about 4 days just for the Melbourne Cup, so if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please do so because it does mean a lot to me. Your support means the most to me. This is what drives me to keep doing these videos. So please do that, and let's get on with the early tips. Race number 5 is the MATRIARCH Stakes for the fillies and mares over the 2,000 metres, and I'm going to be honest, this is one of the best roughies I've seen in my lifetime. It's at 40 to 1. We're going to take a look at its last start replay. Its name is TOKORANGI. Now, this was in a fillies and mares set weights plus penalties at Moonee Valley over 2,040 metres, where it loomed up to win and go past Humboshi, but sort of peaked late. This was third up. It had run an okay race in the Let's Elope first up. It wasn't asked to do much. Then went to the Seymour Cup and got a bit far back. That was over 1,600. Then goes straight to 2,000 metres, which I think is what made it peak late. So I think fourth up on Saturday. It's already had a run at the 2,000 metres, as we've already seen there. Draws gate 10, so we'll have to get back, but Ethan Brown won't be too far away. MATRIARCH Stakes, you don't have to be a really good mare to win. There's sort of the top class mares that go to like the Empire Rose. Then there's the second class that are just off that top class that go to the MATRIARCH. So I don't reckon you have to be a superstar to win. And I reckon TOKORANGI at 40 to 1 is massively over the odds. And I don't think that Humboshi form line isn't too bad either. So yeah, each way all day. Race 6 is the Group 1 Champion Sprint over the 1,200 metres, and I think it's out of two horses, Nature Strip and Giga Kick. We're going to take a look at the Everest now. Nature Strip sat 4 wide, no cover, and managed to run third, just beaten late. Giga Kick absolutely charged home late from the back. Both very good runs. I want to be with Nature Strip heading into Saturday's race. I just think second up might have peaked late here. And Giga Kick was already third to fourth up. I can't remember exactly which number that was, but it had already had the fitness on its side. I reckon Nature Strip getting back down the straight. Drawn gate 12, which is absolutely ideal, so it'll be up the front there somewhere. Third up, peaking 1,200, proven down the straights. Won this race twice already and runs second in it the other time, beaten by Bivouac. So I reckon Nature Strip's the one to beat. Race number 9 is a benchmark 80 over the 1,100 metres down the straight at Flemington, the last. And we're going to take a look at an effort 2 starts ago from Joyful Fortune. Did this oh so easily, Joyful Fortune. This was in a benchmark 70 over the 1,200 metres. Beating Decent Rain, who's actually a pretty decent horse for Mara and Eustace. Did this oh so easy, Joyful Fortune. Then it got picked for an Everest slot, which is pretty hard to do. So it wasn't up to the mark in the Everest, obviously not up to that benchmark yet. So I reckon the step back to the benchmark 70 is ideal. Proven down the Flemington straight. Drawn gate 13, which will be ideal, will be in the right part of the track, will be on speed, and I reckon it's definitely the one to beat Joyful Fortune. However, I think there's one at each way that appeals in this race. It's at 70 to 1. 70 to 1. Its name's Turbo. This horse is first up on Saturday. This was its run first up from last preparation. This was in a benchmark 78 handicap over the 1,200 metres at Caulfield. It lost by 0.3 lengths on this occasion to Blazer Trail and Sig Positano. So this run was good. Only rises up 2 rating points to a benchmark 80 off this run. Drops back to 1,100, which isn't ideal. It'll be charging through the line late though on the weekend. From gate 8, it will actually be closer to the leaders, I'm pretty sure. Or I'm pretty certain Matty Cartwright won't be too far back. Matty Cartwright's actually a very good rider down the Flemington straight, has a good strike rate. And I thought when I looked at it, yeah, maybe $21 to $26 might be appealing. When I saw 70 to 1, I was just like, I think I've got one here. So Turbo, I reckon's over the odds in the last. Those 4 selections round out my early look at Stakes Day, and as we take a look at them, to recap visually, we got TOKORANGI in the MATRIARCH, one of the best roughies I've seen for a while. We got Nature Strip in the Champion Sprint. We got Joyful Fortune in the last race, so I reckon those 2 favourites will be very hard to beat, and Turbo, who I think's over the odds. So that's my look at Stakes Day. If you want to see my selections for the whole Stakes Day card, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Link down below in the description, and I'll see you next week for Cranbourne Cup Day.